Fuzion here, back with another reaction video. We reached 800 subs. Thank you so much for all of the new subscribers. It seemed like everybody saw my Drake video. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for commenting. One thing I do like about Drake fans is that y'all will ride for him. Y'all probably ride him too. But I think that the discourse is awesome. I will continue to be commenting with you guys because, you know, I like hearing what you guys got to say. Yesterday, I also dropped my Pokemon video, so make sure that you do check that out. But for all you new viewers and watchers, I'm Fuzion. I'm part of Convo Kings. This is the start of the daily videos. I'm gonna be dropping one today. I'll be dropping one tomorrow. There will be some double uploads. I will be honest with you. I like to sort of be early and up on certain things, so I was probably going to drop the clips first listen conversation that may be dropped later on today as well, or I'll drop that tomorrow. We'll see. But I did want to talk about Bronny and Cooper Flag. For some reason, this was an important showing for both of them. This was the first summer league game for Cooper Flag, and then we get to see more Bronny action. Everybody wants to see Bronny improve and play well, me included. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But that's pretty much all as far as like the cleanup. Again, I appreciate you guys. 800 subscribers is a big accomplishment. I'm proud of it. Next accomplishment is 1,000 subs. But we will be doing a stream at 900 subscribers, so make sure that you guys are subscribing and checking that out. Also, check out all my shorts and my TikToks. Those will also be posted daily. I have been posting them daily pretty lately, so yeah, you're gonna get hella content from me. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. I did see some of the stats. I really wanted to break down like the game itself, just see like what's going on with the game as far as with Bronny and Cooper Flag, but I wasn't that interested in the game. I tried to watch a little bit of it. I was just like, all right, whatever. Again, just like I stated in my previous Summer League video, I will not be going this year. Just like the timing wise is just crazy, and it's just expensive. I'm broke as hell, so hurry up and become my first member so we can get paid. No, I'm just kidding. But let's go ahead and get started, like for real.
Bag of results. While he had some high-flying and clutch plays down the stretch, Flag finished with 10 points on 5 of 21 shooting from the field in a game that came down.
Holy shit! He shot that bitch 21 times? 5 for 21. Bronny shot 2 for 8. The Mavs won. Bronny played 8, 2, and 2. Cooper Flag 10, 6, and 4. I could expect that from Cooper Flag. I think we should expect that from him as far as solid rebound numbers, solid assist numbers. He's always been able to do a lot. I think he was rushing his shot. It definitely looked like he was trying to get a lot of shots up and was trying to show out. There were some shots that were interesting. There were some shots that were good shots that just didn't fall. That comes with it. But 5 for 21 is honestly pretty fucking crazy. Bronny, he needs to step it up. It does look like that he has gotten a little stronger. It looks like he is willing to play defense, but you can't have a showing like that.
For the final buzzer after Bronny James missed a game-winning 3-point attempt. So, Coop, how you feeling after your first Summer League action?
Coaches, they had a lot of confidence in me. They've been telling me they want me to, experiment, try some new things. I was trying to be aggressive. That's new for me too. I would say that might be one of the worst games of my life. I'm not necessarily worried, but obviously just not happy with that win. But at the end of the day, we did get the win.
Yikes!
Yeah, tough game. But there's only up from there. I think he has gotten the game speed down. I'm excited for his next game. I'm very curious on what he can do. What we did see good from him is, again, like those rebound numbers, those assist numbers. He's an all-around player. So, yeah.
The worst games of his life, but obviously it's only day one of what should be a very long career for him, David. Your biggest takeaway from watching Cooper Flag versus Bronny last night was what?
My bad about that, guys. I got to add. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm not paying for ad-free, y'all. I'm not paying for that. I just can't.
Words for Cooper Flag, real bleeping deal. This dude showed us the complete package. Yes, it was 5 for 21. Yes, the jump shot is going to come. There were some mechanics there that needs to work on. But what we saw in that last play was the Cooper Flag experience. A dynamic, athletic block, getting out in transition and finding the open guy. This is the type of dynamo that he is going to be in the league. Great defense, rebounding, being one of the most athletic guys on the court for his size, for his age, getting out in transition, putting pressure on
good block,
defenses.
boy.
There were not a lot of turnovers there for him also, while that Lakers team was putting a lot of pressure on him. And for his first game, I know the shots weren't falling, but what we saw was the promise of a dude who can be an anchor on a Dallas Mavericks team that could be a top 5, top 10 defense in the league. And once he's handling the ball, gets a little better with some of that point guard work and gets into transition and puts that pressure, like I said, we're looking at a guy who is going to come out the gate on fire this season.
Yeah, I agree. Sort of reminds me of a more dynamic Andre Kirilenko. You know, like not minus him being white, but his defensive energy is up. You see him wanting to play defense. I could see, just like he stated, a good defensive force. With AD and him missing two other players on that Mavs team who want to play defense. There's a lot of upside to him. I think that there's a good motor. It seems like he wants to work. It seems like he wants to get better. There's not much else that we can ask for from a rookie. Now, of course, minus the shooting, that will come. If not, we already have learned that he cannot shoot the ball. Whatever, if that may be the case, if the case is that he just can't shoot, then is what it is. But we saw good playmaking, low turnovers, good basketball IQ, good positioning on the rebound, willing to push the basketball, great defensive IQ, athleticism. There's not much else you need from a small forward in this modern NBA. He'll work well with a lot of people. He'll work well in a lot of teams. If just so happens that the Mavs don't work. You see him being able to play off ball also. He does not need the ball to be effective. I wonder how that would work with a Kyrie Irving, with a D'Lo. They did pick up D'Lo, I think. And with an Anthony Davis. How will that work where you're going to get shots, but not a crazy amount of shots? There will be plays drawn for you, but you'll be probably put into the early Dalton Connect role, just like the Lakers sort of have him. But that being said, this is a solid showing, not a bad showing. There's obvious improvements that can be made as far as his shot. Again, I just think it's nerves. Like your first game ever in the pros, considering that. This is a summer league game. Probably hella eyes on you because first of all, this is the Lakers. Second of all, this is in Las Vegas, a very, very slept-on sports city. So if you come here for your sports stuff, specifically this, it is always packed, always busy. And you're playing against Bronny, which then adds on even more eyes. So I'm not surprised by the shooting night. I am pleasantly surprised on what else he does bring to a team, what else he does already have that's like developed. I'm wondering how he will be able to slot against quote unquote real professionals. But again, this is where you need to learn that. This is where you learn what you need to improve on, what you can see, what the speed of the game is, so you can make the adjustments prior to preseason. Bronny, you need to just get better.
Yeah. We've heard from Jason Kidd throughout the preseason that he wants Cooper Flagg to be in that point guard role, primary initiator, ball handler. We saw a little bit of that last night, and I agree with you, David. It felt like he was getting good looks. The shots just weren't falling. 10 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. I think most people in their first game would be okay with that stat line, but think about the hype around this guy going in. These seats, if you want to sit courtside last night at the Thomas and Mack Center, you're paying up to $2,500 a
God
ticket.
dang.
That is coin that I would not be spending on a preseason game, but nonetheless, it was a packed house out in Vegas. On the other side of this matchup, we mentioned it, Bronny James had that last shot. It did not fall. What did you see
And a bad
from
look.
the Lakers sophomore player?
I'll tell you what we saw from Bronny. Just real quick, like before we get to fake Steph Curry here, and then we're gonna end the video because, yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about them at the moment. That may be a tomorrow's video. Anyway, we saw more of the same from Bronny. Somewhat timidness. He is trying to shoot the ball more, but I do think there are times where he's passing up on good shots. We need him to be that point guard if that is his role. If that is what he is trying to be, he needs to lock into that. Because there are times where he's trying to be a 2 guard, trying to be a 3, trying to be a point. Figure out what you want to run and be that. I think he has good court vision. I think he has good decision making. He just needs to be more aggressive with that decision making. And then I think he will be better. Defensively, we see him trying to be a pest on defense. I said in a previous Bronny video, he should be shooting for a Drew Holiday, Eric Bledsoe style of player. Be that athletic point guard who plays defense, who could hit a 3, who could somewhat create for himself. But your main job is to be that athletic pest. If he can do that, he has a role. If he can do that and play a little bit better on the offensive end, he has a chance to be a decent 7th to 8th man as a point guard. He has the ability. He's athletic enough. He's strong enough. It looks like he did put on some weight. He has the motor to play defense. He just needs to do it. That does come with time. This is his 2nd year. Will we see that jump? Will we see some sort of improvement? Because if we don't see anything, like any sort of growth, there's a chance he could be out the league. And it would suck like for that, because I think he has like the talent. He just needs to do it.
In his debut last night.
Yeah, the game absolutely lives up to the hype of those ticket prices and the buzz. One of the biggest buzzes of games that we've seen in the summer league.
Why'd he
And a
take
lot
that
of
shot?
was because of what Bronny James brought to the table. He came out the gate and had a lot of that fire himself that said, hey, this isn't just about Cooper Flagg. This is Cooper Flagg versus Bronny James. I'm just as good as the #1 draft pick this year. He was taking it to Flagg early on, hit those first couple of shots, including that step back mid-range shot over Cooper Flagg. He was pressuring on defense, but Cooper Flagg got in the paint. Bronny got down in position in his stance and said, I'm not going to let you bully me in the paint. I'm going to be aggressive with you. I'm going to swipe the ball from you. They were jawing at each other. This is growth from Bronny James. He's carrying himself in the summer league as a guy like, I've been in the league. I've played games. I belong here and I belong on a roster somewhere. And I don't care if it's Cooper Flag or anybody else. I want a piece of this dude in these games. And it was epic basketball, as epic as you can get in a Summer League one-on-one matchup between the #1 pick and the 55th pick.
Yeah, Bronny James, 2 of 8 from the field last night for 8 points. Mavs end up winning this game 87-85. We'll be staying alive.
And that's pretty much all. I mean, there's not much else like to really speak on this game, like speak about these two. I think there's a future for both of these teams. I think that these teams can play. I think that these teams, I think there's futures for both of these players. They have ability. They have the athleticism to push them. They can always rely on that. They're not afraid to play defense. They want to play defense. They both have a motor to play that defense, and they seem like they want to play ball the correct way. They're trying to pass the ball, trying to get their team involved. Sometimes I think Bronny can be more selfish in a sense of taking that extra jump shot, taking that extra pass, taking somebody else off of the dribble. I think there is times where he could do that more, but I think that just comes with reps, come with age. Cooper Flag, solid showing. I am excited to see what else he brings. I'm excited to see if he will be that guy who will play defense, or is this just a one-time thing? That's what I want to see. But that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that link in the comments down below to become a member. I also do got my TikTok down there as well. Peace.